Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for being here today, especially those of you who knew that I would be saying a few words and still decided to come. When it came to writing this speech, I wasn't short of material. Unfortunately, I then read the do's and don'ts of best known speeches. After consultation with some of those present today, I've had to edit, throw away, burn, or hand over to the police much of the draft content. First, I'd like to thank James for asking me to be his best man. I've known James for the last 9 years as a work colleague and friend. I met James through our mutual love of amateur dramatics. He was playing the part of Spock at the Hamble pantomime.
Oh no, he wasn't!
Oh, yes. Luckily for James, it's behind you. Since then, he's had a few lead roles in a local production company, covering everything from costume drama, he does wear a tabard very well, through thriller to farce and slapstick. With pantomime season once more upon us, he finds himself tormented by men dressed in skirts. But I believe that after this role, he should move on to better paid form of acting. I like to think that I've been instrumental in making James the man he is today. When I first met James, he was teetotal. I went to the gym regularly and there wasn't a cynical thought in his head. Now he is truly a professional engineer. Since we met, I've taught James many things. How to put your finger through a bar mat. The day of the week associated to Chris best before dates. And the name of the pygmy tribe who live in the long grass plains of Argentina. Jump very high. But friendship is a two-way street. James equally has great value. In his company, you will always know the price of a pint at the Miners' Arms, the year Iron Maiden released their iconic Number of the Beast album, and the name of the woman who famously wore big knickers and worked in suits. Underneath that heavy camouflage, James is a true romantic, and his love for Becky unlocks that side of him. Let me give you an example. I doubt James will remember this, and probably but once I was late for a beer with him.
Oh no.
I arrived to find him already quite well oiled. He had taken on to a seat near an open fire and was scribbling on a piece of paper. I asked him what he was doing and he said nothing, then hurriedly put the piece of paper away. After some taunting, I eventually got out of him that he was writing a love poem about Becky.
Aww.
He was a bit embarrassed that I'd interrupted him and didn't want to disclose his heartfelt prose to anyone but his true love. So I left in order to get the next round, and he crumpled the paper into a ball and tossed it into the open fireplace. Unbeknown to James, I'd seen this out of the corner of my eye, and I kept this piece of paper for all these years, and I'd now like to read out loud. It reads, when my friends have all deserted me, and I feel all hope is gone, I take a moment and to myself and think of you with nothing. I think it's unto myself. It may be undo myself. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to thank James and Becky for the wonderful wedding breakfast to come. For those of you who know James, there's no surprise that chicken featured, although without the usual breadage side. Quite surprising in a very positive way. And now all I have to do is say what a privilege it is to ask everyone here to charge their glasses, and for those of you who still can, to rise to your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom.
The bride and groom!